Hello, everyone. It's Tuesday, April 21st, and I finally got some definitive news for you. I apologize. It's been a little difficult to know how exactly to announce uncertain things or plans that still need approved, but the school board did meet last night and approved our proposal for credit acquisition. So I do have news for you today. So here we go. First of all, district updates. As you probably already know, in-person classes have indeed been suspended through the end of the 1920 school year. So we will not be meeting again before summer break. That said, our online offerings will continue, and that's really what I'm updating you about today. So just to recap, because I know this has been a little confusing, what we've done so far is a conservative credit preservation plan. So what I told you right when we started the shutdown was that without guidance from the state, the only way I can guarantee your credit plan stays exactly as it is if we offer you classes, you participate in those classes, and then we can justify your credit acquisition. Now, I also said I assume there would be some kind of forgiveness plan. I just don't know what it is and can't bank on that until we get it. So last week, the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education, sometimes referred to as DESE, which is the Missouri Education Institution, gave some guidelines for what schools could do for credit acquisition. And we took those guidelines, wrote up a proposal, gave it to the board. And like I say, they met last night and approved our plan. So here is what is in our plan. DESE has said that the shutdown should not harm anyone's grades, that grades can still improve. But for most districts, they recommend just freezing second semester grades. Now, that's what's going to happen at the high school. NHS is going to, for students passing classes, freeze their grades where they were when they went to spring break at their midterm. And then those grades will hold through their end of they'll just count for the whole second half of the year. Unless students weren't passing, and then they can work right now to get those grades above passing. Now, in our situation at JSC, we had completed our term 3. We had not yet started term 4. So initially I worried that, oh, how can we justify just granting credit for classes we hadn't taken? Well, you guys should not be punished for your scheduling. And so you went to school just like every other student for 3/4 of the year, and then we're not allowed to return after break. So the best analog I could come up with for that is to mirror your term 3 grades. So what we asked for and what the board approved was for us to take your grades from term 3 and just apply those to term 4 as well. So if you passed all your classes and got 2.0 credits, then you should get those credits again in term 4. Now, that brings up a couple of, particular situations where you might have questions such as, what if I didn't earn all my term 3 credits? Or what if I'm a senior and needed additional term 4 credits? Well, let me try to answer those. One more question. If I got all my term 3 credits and I don't need special extra term 4 credits, why am I still participating in these classes? Let me answer that one first, actually. I also didn't think it would be fair for students to participate, all through this term 4 and have the same outcome as students who did nothing. So what we asked for, in addition to your term 3 mirror credits, was for students satisfactorily participating in our term 4 offerings to be granted an additional 1.0 credits for your efforts. So it'd be like you took 2 whole classes on campus. Our online offerings are cut down quite a bit. We've tried to make it really so that you could be done in half of one weekday, 4 hours, 1 hour per class per week. So I thought it was a fair credit total to ask for 1.0 additional credits. Now, for some of you, that could be the difference between graduating next December and next October, or next academic year as opposed to the 21-22 academic year, those credits could be very valuable to you. In addition to that, so for that's the question. Why would I still participate in these classes in term 4 if I'm just going to get my term 3 mirrored? Well, you're in week 5 of 9. You're more than halfway done. You're going to get 2 classes worth of credits, pass fail, for participating in these classes. So keep doing it. You're also learning stuff. You're also giving us the opportunity to learn stuff by hosting these online classes. And, it may be the case that we have to do this for part of next year too. So, we and in that case, there probably won't be any mirroring. It will be the case that you'll have to just, participate in online classes. This may be what college looks like in the future. This is a valuable learning time. For students, second question, first question, what if I didn't earn all my term 3 credits? Right now, by participating in term 4, you have the opportunity to rectify that situation. So if you did not earn all of your term 3 credits by satisfactory participation in all of your term 4 classes, that means your teachers all say you met the minimum threshold to pass my class, then you can regain those credits from term 3 and then have them mirrored in term 4. So this is a great opportunity for you. And I know I've contacted some individuals with this opportunity. Make sure you take advantage of this. Term 3 was over and in the books and you didn't get those credits. Now you have the opportunity to go back and get them, take advantage of it. So the additional 1.0 credit would only be for students who earn all their credits in term 3. Otherwise, you're using your term 4 work to get those back. And if you are a senior who needed additional term 4 credits, you may still have work to do. We couldn't just administer credits for classes that you were going to take. So if it was going to be the case is that you needed a VLC class, or something on top of our traditional schedule, you'll still have to complete that in order to satisfy your graduation requirements. Now, one last thing I forgot to put on the presentation that we did request was to lower the minimum graduation credit requirement from 25 to 24. So that may take care of some of you, but the fact is that we're just going to have to look at senior cases individually. But for, let's say, most of you, if you had 23 credits at the end of term 3 and you just had electives to finish up, then you have already effectively met all your requirements. You'll get the term 3 mirrored. If that gets you to 25 and all your subject area requirements are done, then you're effectively done with your coursework. So that may be true for some of you, but not all of you. So I will get in touch with you if it is not. There's that. And I know that's a little confusing. If you've got questions, feel free to contact me. Paper packets. We are suspending all paper packet distribution and collection as of now. By this week, we'll have hotspots delivered to students who don't have internet access, and then everyone will have internet access. Paper packets, like the restrictions keep getting tighter every week, and there is a safety hazard there with exchanging materials. Also, the packets just aren't very interactive. They're a pale shadow of the interactive lessons you can get in our online offerings. And so really, because we have the capability now starting this week, we are not going to offer a paper version at all anymore. I had a few students contact me requesting that, just saying, and I suspect it was them thinking that maybe they're easier, because really they kind of are, because there's not much not much happening there on that page. So the answer is no, you may not have a paper packet. Nobody can have them because we're going all electronic starting this week. If you have paper work that you haven't submitted yet. I know some people came and got packets the last couple of weeks but didn't bring back their previous packet. Then you can submit that by taking pictures and emailing those to teachers or submitting them in Canvas. Contact your teachers and ask them how you want they want you to submit that, because they will be the ones judging whether you've met all your requirements. So that's how paper packets can still be turned in if you've got them. Office hours update will be by appointment only now going forward. It's a little absurd for me to sit here and occupy the building just to be here when I can be far more productive at home. And you have all my contact info to get a hold of me at any time. There is still Wi-Fi in parking lots, so if between now and when you get a Wi-Fi hotspot, if you need to use the internet, you can do that in parking lots of any building in the district. I think Suddenlink also just extended their free Wi-Fi through June. So you might talk to them if you're interested in that. Last day of school is still May 22nd. We are in week 5 of 9. That means midterm was Friday. And we're going to keep going on our weekly cycle. There's my contact info, my email address and phone number where you can get me at any time, 417-323-2583. I can take calls, voice messages, or texts. Get a hold of me if you need to, and I hope you're doing well.